Alright, for this video I wanted to do some updates on IRS e-filing requirements for partnerships that have non-U.S. partners. So in this sample K1 here, what we have is a U.S. domestic partnership that's filing a 1065, and it's given a K1 to this partner, Hans non-resident, who is a Swiss citizen and resident. And so Hans doesn't have a social security number or an ITIN. And so for all years prior to 2023, what you could do is simply input foreign U.S. as the taxpayer's ID number. So you can't leave it blank. You couldn't put all nines or all zeros or anything like that. You would use foreign U.S., and that would indicate that this is a person that doesn't have either an SSN or an ITIN, and nor do they need one based on their investment in this U.S. partnership. Well, this has changed for 2023. So now the IRS no longer wants us using foreign U.S. They've updated their e-filing XML schema to require us to put something else in there. So what they have done is they've posted a update to their FAQs on the IRS website. So I'll put a link to this in the description below. But if you go to the current businesses and partnerships section on the IRS website, at the very bottom here in the FAQs, they've added here what can be entered in K1 and K3 in place of foreign U.S. And so they've updated their XML schema. And so they provided this explanation as to what we now have to do, but they've also confirmed that now you don't have to also suddenly go out and get an ITIN or SSN. So for partnerships who e-file, foreign U.S. has been removed as an option in the XML schema for Part 2, Item E of the K1 and on the K3. So Part 2 is here. So Part 2, Item E on the K1s, this is no longer a valid option. So what can be entered in these schedules in place of foreign U.S.? And this was updated very recently, March 21, 2024. So we'll just go ahead and read this out and talk about it. So Form 1065 K1, Item E, requires the partnership to enter the SSN or TIN. Now, in past years, if a foreign partner did not have an SSN or TIN because it did not have a U.S. filing or tax obligation, many partnerships entered foreign U.S. in Item E of the K1. For partnerships who e-file, foreign U.S. has been removed as an option in the XML schema. So with respect to foreign partners who are not required to obtain an SSN or TIN, a partnership should enter zeros. So that's the 3, 2, and 4 zeros. That's the schema for an SSN or an ITIN if the partner is an individual, or use all zeros in an EIN format if the partner is an entity. This change in e-file policy at the IRS should not be interpreted by the partnerships, and their tax preparers as a policy that partners who were not previously required to obtain an SSN or TIN are now required to do so, right? So they're confirming, hey, look, if you had to put foreign U.S. because you didn't need an SSN or an ITIN, you still don't magically need to go out and get one, right? You have to assess, what's your investment in the partnership, what kind of income is passing on to you. Do you need to get an ITIN for another purpose? If not, then you can continue to not have one. It's just on the K1s now, we would use all zeros for individuals in a SSN format or all zeros in an EIN format if the partner is a foreign entity. And then the same applies down here for Schedule K3 Item C. So with respect to foreign partners who are not required to obtain an SSN or TIN, partnerships should enter the zeros in Item C if the partner is an individual, or that 9-digit EIN format as zeros if the partner is an entity. Okay. Now, the other thing that needs to be updated, but they haven't really done it yet, is certainly the form instructions. So in the form instructions for the 1065, if we look at Part 2, Items E and F, it does confirm, okay, for individual partners, enter the SSN or ITIN. Foreign partners, right? So this section here, foreign partners without a U.S. ID number should be notified by the partnership of the necessity of obtaining a U.S. ID number. Again, the partnership should let the partners know, okay, do you need one or not? If you do, then certainly you have to go ahead and get one. That's normally the case if you have ECI, but not always the case, right? Just because you're a foreign partner in a U.S. partnership does not mean you need an ITIN, all right? So this language, I think they should update this to let non-resident partners know that they don't absolutely need one, but in certain cases, yeah, you certainly should apply for an ITIN and obtain one. All right, so that covers it for this update. Again, I'll put a link below in the description if you want to go to the website and read the update for yourself. Notice that this was just recently added on March 21, 2024. So for those partnerships that are on extension, what I'm seeing some software still hasn't updated to remove the foreign U.S. and then just replace the zeros. You still get a validation error. So you're on extension. You have until September for the software to be updated appropriately, and then go ahead and e-file if you have those non-U.S. partners, and then you should be all set. All right, so thanks again for watching. Hope that was helpful, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.